The Indiana Fever embarrass the Chicago Sky in Chicago, 79-52, and what should have and what would have been a 40-point blowout had we not called the dogs off. Had we not called the dogs off, we blow this team out by 40. Howdy do. Howdy do. It is a good day. Cheers to you, my friend. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
The Indiana Fever just showed up and turned Angel Reese's home court into their own personal dunk show. And believe me, Reich McDonald and Lexi Hull weren't just playing around. They completely dominated the Chicago Sky. Picture Angel Reese struggling to keep up while getting torched on her own turf. It was like a cookout, but the only thing getting grilled was Angel's defense. You've got to witness this epic beatdown to believe it.
Caitlin Clark, no problem. No Sophie Cunningham, no problem. No head coach Stephanie White, have no fear. The final boss, Austin Kelly, is here. The Chicago Sky, we came into your building and we just, from pillar to post, smacked you guys around. Oh, it was glorious. Shout out to Bobby Roode.
Welp, it was a blowout.
The name Angel Reese leaves basketball fans scratching their heads in confusion. It's like watching a magic act where she somehow pulls 12 rebounds out of thin air, but forgets to include any actual points. Spoiler, they are nowhere to be found on her stat sheet. The Indiana Fever completely crushed the Chicago Sky last night, and as for Angel Reese, let's just say she wasn't the star of the show. More like the player everyone noticed, mostly while wondering how she even made it onto the court.
The Chicago Sky are a travesty. I told you guys before, they're a travesty. They got two people they drafted last year. Neither one of them can make layups. Angel Reese was awful again. She's awful again. Camila Cardoso stinks. The Chicago Sky. Oh, Courtney Vandersloot. Prayers up for Courtney Vandersloot. We don't like to see anybody.
Let's break it down. Is Angel Reese a rising basketball star or just smoke and mirrors on the stat sheet? Last night, she put up a whopping 4 points. Yep, just 4. While most of us are out here trying to remember our grocery list, Angel looked like she forgot how to score altogether. Sure, she grabbed 12 rebounds, which sounds impressive, but when your team is getting blown out by the Fever, those boards start to look more like desperation than dominance. Hey, I got 12 rebounds. Cool, but did they lead to anything? Angel? Didn't think so.
Until Chicago can beat Indiana, this is not a rivalry. This is a one-sided beef. When Courtney Vandersloot went down in the first quarter, I knew it was over for Chicago. And I'm praying that it's just a little boo-boo and she comes back, because this right here, no. Indiana only scored 11 points in the fourth quarter and Chicago still couldn't catch up. I don't know what kind of trick shot Ariel Atkins was throwing up tonight, but she needs to never throw them up again. Kia Nurse gave us 4 points. Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese combined only gave us 12 points. That is unacceptable. We know Angel's gonna draw that triple-double team, right? Kick the ball out, find somebody else open. Chicago is not spacing the floor. Like, they're standing right next to each other doing nothing. Cut! Y'all gotta cut. I'm sorry, y'all gotta start. I don't know if y'all gotta...
Let's be real. These rebounds feel more like the efforts of someone trying really hard to prove they belong on the court. Meanwhile, the scoreboard certainly isn't lighting up with her name. It's like Angel's out there waving frantically, shouting, "Look at me, I'm helping." But the points? Nowhere in sight. Probably chilling in the parking lot with a latte, taking a break from all the offense Angel seems to have completely skipped. Grabbing rebounds is fine and all, but without scoring, it's like clapping for someone who's holding the mic and never actually singing.
But from the onset, the Indiana Fever jumped out to a lead and we didn't look back, right? Like how some people reverse in a car these days. You don't look back, you just look at your screen. We got the lead and we just didn't look back. The Indiana Fever destroying the pathetic Chicago Sky, the sad Chicago Sky, the distraught Chicago Sky, the mess of a franchise known as the Chicago Sky. Tyler Marsh, salute. Tyler Marsh, you see what a real head coach looked like?
To all the Angel Reese fans proudly waving their flags because she outscored Courtney Caldwell by a whole 4 points, congrats, I guess? If that's the big win you're celebrating, then the bar for success might be set a little too low this season. Outscoring one player in a blowout loss isn't exactly a highlight. It's more like a participation trophy moment. Hey Angel, you did better than one person. Here's your gold star. The fever may be contagious, but it's the disappointment in Angel's performance that's really spreading. What's wild is how she continues to get all this media attention and preferential treatment while still looking like she's figuring out which basket to shoot at. It's almost like the WNBA is turning into a reality show, where the biggest star isn't the best player, but the one who racks up the most headlines. Angel Reese, the reigning queen of hype over results. Sure, she's got the social media buzz, a catchy nickname, and more press than most, but when it comes to actual on-court production, that's a whole different story. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
CC gang! Fever gang! That's how you ball! Ladies, let's use the brick leg sloth's stupid slogan. What they gon' say now? No Caitlin Clark, no Sophie Cunningham, no head coach, and y'all was at home, and y'all got 27 piece goon squad. Y'all remember this? Belt to motherfucking ass on you weak punk ass Chicago Sky goon squad clowns. The brick leg sloth, you only scored 4 points and shot 28%. The supposed superstar, the WNBA is gonna have to commit an investigation for animal cruelty because we beat the sloths down so bad for being on the court and not in her natural habitat.
Skill? What skill? Watching Angel Reese play sometimes feels like watching someone at a family barbecue brag about their grill game, only to nearly burn the whole thing down. There's plenty of energy and noise, but in the end, you're left wondering if it was all just for show. Sure, she's got hustle. But basketball isn't just about hustle, it's about making shots, creating plays, and actually putting points on the board. And for Angel, those essentials seem to have packed their bags and gone on vacation. Now let's talk defense, because if you thought her offense was shaky, just wait. Last night, the Fever weren't just scoring, they were putting on a show. And Angel? She looked like she was playing an entirely different game. Maybe WNBA hide-and-seek, because when her team needed her most, she was nowhere to be found. You know those key moments when your squad is desperate for a stop? Angel wasn't just missing, it's like she didn't even get the invite.
The Indiana Fever just destroyed the Chicago Sky in what was an embarrassing loss for Chicago. That was just sad watching them play against the Indiana Fever with no Caitlin, no Stephanie White, and they looked that bad. Angel Reese was not a factor in this game. She's not a great player in my opinion. She plays her role well, but even her role as being a power forward, a player who gets rebounds, puts up layups, like she misses most of her layups. She's just not that good of a player. I don't know why people are treating her like she's a superstar. She wasn't even a factor in this game. She's never really a factor in any of these games. The Chicago Sky, they have nothing right now. This team looks bad.
What's truly puzzling is how Angel Reese continues to receive so much media attention and fan support, despite being, let's be honest, one of the least skilled players on the court right now. In a weird way, it's almost impressive. How do you keep that level of coverage with so little output? She somehow perfected the craft of being loud, confident, and undeniably charismatic, just enough to distract from the very real holes in her game. Angel Reese, the WNBA's master illusionist. And then there are the fans, the loyal supporters who insist she's the future and just needs time. Sure, we all need time. But when the season's already halfway over and her highlight reel is still emptier than a ghost town, that excuse starts to wear thin. At this point, it's like betting on a lottery ticket that hasn't even matched a single number. The prize? Basic basketball competency. Her start to the season has been shocking, not in a wow, she's amazing way, but more like did they accidentally give her someone else's jersey. So far, she's been more of a liability than an asset. And yet, the Chicago Sky seem determined to defend it all away. She's young. She's learning. She's growing. Meanwhile, the scoreboard keeps moving, and so do the losses.
Cardosa stinks. The Chicago Sky. Oh, Courtney Vandersloot. Prayers up for Courtney Vandersloot. We don't like to see anybody get hurt. With Courtney Vandersloot being down, I said it before, and I'll say it again. The Chicago Sky are trash. The Chicago Sky are...
And speaking of respect, the irony here is hard to ignore. How does someone who struggles so noticeably on the court manage to stay in the spotlight? It's almost like raw talent has taken a backseat to charisma, marketability, and drama. And drama? Angel Reese has that covered. Whether it's trash talk, off-court antics, or making headlines for everything but her actual game, it's clear the WNBA might need to reevaluate what it's rewarding. Remember when she out-rebounded the entire opposing team but barely put up any points? That was just last night. The Indiana Fever didn't just beat the Sky. They gave Angel Reese a front-row seat to what real, effective basketball looks like. If you really want to impress, try scoring, playing defense, or stepping up as a leader, not just collecting rebounds and hoping that's enough. Because if this season continues on the same trajectory, Angel might end up as the poster child for wasted potential, a reminder of what could have been if the hype actually aligned with the performance. Meanwhile, Fever fans will keep enjoying the wins, and probably laughing quietly at the highlight clips that really should replace Angel's name with benchwarmer.
And the Indiana Fever dismantle, complete beatdown on yours truly, man, the Chicago Sky. And I gotta admit, guys, this game got that bad, man. This game got so out of hand, man, I actually got bored. Angel. First off, Angel, you're supposed to be a champion, man. You're supposed to be Chi-Town Barbie with the NCAA championship ring. You ain't seeing me, Angel Reese. What was that?
The Chicago Sky seriously need to rethink their lineup. Angel Reese can't carry a struggling team when she's clearly struggling herself. Grabbing 12 rebounds means little when you only put up 4 points, especially in a blowout loss to a Fever squad missing Caitlin Clark and Sophia Cunningham. This isn't just about effort, it's about results. And right now, Angel's hype far outweighs her impact. She's padding stats, not leading games. If your top scorer has just 8 points, and everyone else falls below that, it raises serious questions. Are we watching professionals or a pickup game? The media love, the headlines, the drama, it's all noise without substance. Reese's performance just isn't matching the spotlight. Fans want more than rebounds, they want game-changing plays, consistency, and leadership. At this point, the Angel Reese hype train is speeding toward derailment. The gap between buzz and actual performance is too wide to ignore. Until she steps up, scores, and delivers when it counts, this isn't a rivalry, it's a reality check. For Fever fans, enjoy the wins. For the rest of us, sit back. This isn't just basketball, it's comedy gold.